Before this session, I just asked for and types of anticoagulants to be used. Can anyone list out, or there will be few more apart from those things which we have narrated. Apart from ECD, what can be taken as an anticoagulant? Yes, EDTA is one source, one such source. Your heparin or can be used as an anticoagulant. So taking up an anticoagulant also plays a major role. While discussing that, we just place this into the centrifugation. So we just prepare a counterbalance. This contains 8 ml of 9 of blood, so we just make it up 9 balance. And choosing a centrifugation machine is also a good task. Proper clear isolation. You need to have a swing out rotor centrifugation. We'll just show you what is a swing out rotor centrifugation also. The machine must have a rotor such that it just moves outwards when it starts to spin. It should not be in a fixed angle, so that the separation of PRP will be in a particular angle in a manner. To avoid that, we will be just having a centrifugation swing out rotor. Now the tubes are balanced for PRP preparation. I'll just place it inside and explain you about the protocol. So the tubes are always placed on counter sides. So a swing out rotor is something when it spins, the rotor head will come to this position so that the pellet formation will be at the bottom rather than sticking to the sides. Okay. We are using a double spin methodology for PRP preparation. First will be the soft spin. So the soft spin will be for 2000 RPM for 10 minutes. We have just set it at 12 minutes because the speed it has to attain 2000 will take 2 minutes. So for that we have just set it as 12 minutes and the RPM will be 2000. So there are two things which we need to note. There are two things which we need to know. The RPM will not be same for all the machines. RPM depends upon the rotor size. Somebody to mute your mic. I'm just hearing my own voice. Okay. Okay. I'm hearing my own voice again. So the RPM will not be same for every machine. RPM depends upon the size of the rotor. If the radius goes smaller, then the RPM will be different. So the standard units for preparation of centrifugation will be denoted in the form of G, that is gravitational factor. We have a formula to convert this G to RPM because you know the RPM, but your lab machine can be of different radius. So that when giving for a scientific publication, you just always denote it as the form of G. So this is 350 G will be your RCF, that is rotation factor. Okay. So now we can have a clarity on the anticoagulants to be used. So do you know the mechanism of EDTA on clotting? How will it prevent clotting? How do EDTA stops blood from clotting? But generally, how does clotting starts? There are three pathways: intrinsic pathway, eccentric pathway, and general pathway. In all the things, whatever be the pathway, you just have one ion, that is calcium ion, needed to be transferred from one factor to another to convert one factor into another form. That way, it initiates the clotting strategies. Okay. So to stop clotting, this EDTA chelates all the free calcium ions present in the blood so that it does not disturbs in the activation of platelet to release clotting factors or thrombin or other factors. So this is one parameter. Next will be ACD, which also does the same procedure, but it does not preserve the morphology of the platelet. But in case of EDTA, it preserves the morphology of platelet also. So regarding activation of platelet, you need to break the platelet. In case of EDTA, it protects the platelet from breaking. So EDTA will not be a right choice for PRP preparation if you are going to take it for regenerative medicine protocol. So we don't take EDTA related blood or heparin used bloods. Okay, heparin is higher, costlier, but for this reason, it avoids platelet from breaking. It protects the morphology of platelet also, EDTA. So we go with ACD. And ACD also has one more plus point that it is an FDA approved grade for intravenous infusion. So it is a clinical grade anticoagulant. So we can just show you what is an ACD. So it's a transfusible grade FDA approved anticoagulant that can be taken up for your PRP preparation. So while doing that, we'll take up our next step also, that is buffy coat isolation from peripheral blood. Okay, we have just got one more sample. This PRP must go for another 6 minutes. In the meantime, we will just start the procedure of mononuclear isolation from the peripheral blood. Okay. For this, we will be using a density gradient called as ISEP. So this contains your density gradient. We will be taking this density gradient as 1:2 ratio. If you are going to have a density gradient as 1 ml, you have to take 2 ml of your samples overlaid on the density gradient. The highest input factor is that how you are going to overlay your sample on this density gradient. Okay. So I am just going to overlay 4 ml of blood sample. See, for your clinical practices, you might receive tubes as single sterile packs. You can just go with that also. Okay. So such kind of packs are also available, where you can just buy a single pack, single sterile pack. So you don't have to open an entire pack for a single procedure. So it's advised to do that. So right now we are just doing it for an overlaying procedure. See, a strict aseptic condition has to be maintained. Either you must have an workbench with an clean airflow or biosafety cabinet. So can anyone tell me what it is scientifically? Scientifically, what this is called as? Okay, what is this called as? Any guess what so much on yaar sonneenga theriyadhu. I just hear the answer. ஒரு பிளாஸ்டிக் ஐட்டம் கையில் இருக்கு, இதோட பேர் என்னன்னு கேட்கிறேன். Pillar or rubber. See, that is what we have to learn in science in scientific way. This is called as passive pipette. Okay, we are paying this much for college. We will learn something science or learn science and scientific way. So we are using a passive pipette to overlay the sample. So overlaying has to be done carefully and slowly. You have to tilt the tube at an inclined position and leave the sample as drop by drop. Okay. Make sure the drops slowly slides over the gradient rather than plunging inside and disturbing the next gradient. So this will take time. Do it with patience, because once if the density is being disturbed, then we will not be able to get clear layers. So what do you expect to go at the bottom? You think which is severe? RBCs or WBCs? RBCs. Any answers why RBCs are going down? You said RBCs are the smallest size. WBCs are larger than RBC. Then how come RBC go down?
I request all the students to please look what sir is doing and please answer his questions. I want everybody to please open up and answer the questions.
reciting the answers but not loud enough, okay? So RBCs has hemoglobin, which is iron, which is makes it heavier, so it goes deeper, or it causes the density gradient. But while WBCs cannot cause the density gradient. Okay. So this is how it looks like. It has to be clear. So already due to the time duration, the RBCs have started to travel down. You can just see the dots of red blood cells getting down on the RBCs. So when we keep it for screening purposes, then definitely it will be good for getting the layer clearly. Okay. So once that protocol is completed, we will be just keeping this for 30 minutes.
If the live is not, sorry for the interruption, if the live is not read properly, you can see YouTube streaming. It's concurrently streamed in YouTube also. You have the YouTube link? All the groups? Third years don't have. Third years have posted in the group. Final years if you have posted in the group, you can see by YouTube streaming also. Yes? Okay, you can live see the YouTube streaming live. Give it to finalists also.
Okay, during the certification, I just have some more questions. Has anyone donated blood so far? You donation. Okay. Can you tell what is the volume of blood can be donated by an adult?
Mostly 100 ml.
350 ml of blood can be donated as whole blood. Okay, so don't worry, give 10 more. Whatever whoever gives can proceed. So previously, blood donation has only one parameter, that is they collect it as whole blood only, and we need to wait for another 3 months to donate blood. But now it's not like that. We have different machines called as apheresis machine or plasmapheresis machine. If we are going to donate plasma alone, then you can again donate plasma in another 7 days. So that kind of machines has come. So whenever you want to donate blood, you just ask if the person is in need of whole blood or just packed cells or platelet concentrate or plasma alone. So the apheresis machine does only take particular amount of samples from your body, and the rest of the blood will be given back inside your body. So such kind of machines are available at donation centers. So do donate blood because youngsters can donate more blood. And I am a regular donor, and I am an organ donor too. Even after my death, my organs can be transplanted to anyone whoever they want. I am registered in organ donor registry. You can also do that if you are so. So don't hesitate to do such kind of good deeds, because we are seeing patients lined up for transplantation protocols at our hospitals where they don't have matches. So, and organs are also very less in number. Even if the organ comes, depending upon the quality of the patient's lifestyle, some organs are not fit for transplantation. So have a healthy lifestyle so that you can just save many others' life also. So in another 1 minute, the first spin of PRP will be completed. So that has an upper clear plasma and a lower RBC content. So you just have to, when you are going to practice PRP, you just have to have this in mind. Whatever volume you are going to collect, divided by 4 will be the final volume. You can get it as platelet rich plasma. Okay. So this is how it works. So 10 ml of blood you are withdrawing, you will be getting 2.5 ml of platelet rich plasma. So the first spin will give half. If you are getting 10, 5 ml of plasma will be there. And for second spin, the same plasma will be given as a little more harder spin. That is 2200 RPM for another 10 minutes. Now you can check for platelets settling at the bottom along with the plasma. That has rich source of growth factors which can be taken up for your regenerative medicine protocol. So once that comes, you will be doing, you will be transferring the plasma for second protocol, and this will go inside. See, initially we have just kept and we have seen only half of the RBCs transport. Now you can see most of the RBCs are settling down by gravitational force itself. So to speed up the reaction, the process, we will keep inside the centrifuge. In the meantime, we have just made arrangements for collection of blood for platelet-rich fibrine. So one tube is getting for PRP, platelet-rich plasma, where the sample will be in liquid state. Without any antiviral blood, we are going to collect that blood and keep it for spinning. So this tube along with the PRF sample will be taken for centrifugation. Okay. So this was 8 mm, this is 9 mm, 8 mm. You just take the tube from the So the first spin of soft spin of PRP has given you this result. We'll just keep this aside and complete we initiate our mononuclear cell isolation protocol as well as PRF. Okay. Okay, we are setting the time for 30 minutes and the RPM will be 2400 for buffy coat isolation. So this will take half an hour. In the meantime, a point to remember, we have done one part of PRP isolation, that is first spinneron is on hold. We have kept one tube for buffy coat isolation and one tube for PRF protocol. In that 30 minutes, we will initiate our dental pulp isolation from, stem cells from dental pulp. So this is an enzymatic methodology for isolation of stem cells. So we have measured the collagenase enzyme which has been there in the tube. Collagenase has to be prepared usually freshly. So this collagenase we will prepare here. We will sterile filter with the help of membrane filters, and then we will be taking this with the pulp that is going to be isolated from stem cells. Okay. Dental pulp from the tooth. So if you just check this, you have a white area over here. So this becomes the dental pulp. So, can you just see the dental pulp, which I'm just pointing it with the needle? Okay. So we will be just teasing this dental pulp out slowly with the needle.
So if you can, okay.
If you can clearly see this tooth, we will be able to tease the dental pulp out of the focus. Okay. So, so we have taken the pulp out of the tube. This will be taken up for enzymatic digestion. Okay. I'm just transferring this into a fresh sterile tube, sterile empty tube. So now we are going to prepare some fresh collagenase. The weight of this collagenase, that is the amount of collagenase present inside the tube, is for 3 ml of buffer. So we are just filling it up to 3 ml. So we just mix it up, and this can be filtered with the help of syringe filters. Because this, if we can just add it as crude, it will be having larger chunks of impurities that will be hindering us in preparation protocols. Or when we are viewing under microscope, it will be hindering us. So this is the syringe filter. We can just load the sample in the syringe, and there will be a filter membrane, nitrocellulose or acetate membrane will be there, which has a pore size of 0.4 micrometer. That is enough to make this contents as sterile. So this is also one of the method of sterilization. That is, you are just making a filter sterilized. Whenever a compound cannot be taken as for autoclaving or any gaseous sterilization protocol, we can just shift it to filter sterilization. This is collagenase enzyme, which we are just preparing to digest the pulp, which we have. So now we have the tissue in collagenase. We'll just check the clarity of collagenase. So it will be transparent yellow color. Once it starts to digest the tissue, it will make this content into turbidity. That is, the cells are being dissociated from the tissue. So you can just tell that this tissue is too small, how far it is going to digest. You will just check the content of it later. Okay, then just have this image in your mind. This will be the tissue size before processing, and this has to be done at room temperature or 37 degrees Celsius, and you need to constantly stir it for every 5 minutes. This entire process will take 30 minutes to digest. Okay. So we are keeping this pulp for digestion by the sides. So now we are coming back to the first protocol of PRP. Now we are going to transfer this uppermost layer for second hard spin. Okay. Okay, this is a micro pipette with a sterile tip. Okay, and either you can use the same, similar pasture pipette or an setup like this. This is going to cost some more, but that pasture pipette is going to cost you 50 paise, but that is also sterile. So when you are planning to do a per patient, you just have to have all these cost parameters nearby. So do not disturb the RBC parameter. You just transfer the topmost content. Why I have shifted to micro pipette rather than a pasture pipette is getting till the layer, topmost layer of RBC will be possible with the help of micro pipette, which is not 50% possible with your pasture pipette. So we don't take the RBCs, we just transfer the topmost content down. So this will go for a second spin of 2200 RPM for 10 minutes. So we'll keep it as it. Once that has been completed, we will just take it up. So we are just doing 3 protocols. One is PRP, another is PRF, third is buffing out isolation from peripheral blood, and fourth is our dental pulp stem cell isolation, for which sterilization has to take place. So it is just going on. So you see, initially the thick tissue is now being loosened up, and you see the rigid shape is being changed to some loosened structure. So repeated digestion will show you the cells. Okay. So now we have initiated this with collagenase. How to stop the reaction? You have added collagenase, but after 30 minutes, you just need to stop the digestion of the enzyme. So how can we stop the digestion? Either we can use patient's own serum or patient's own plasma that will neutralize the effects of this active collagenase that is being digesting the tissue. So once we have just isolated, we need to count the number of cells, both in bone marrow or peripheral blood or this dental pulp stem cells. For that, we need to have a microscope with a hemostatometer, or we have one more device called as counters. So we have an automated cell counting machine called as counters. We will be staining the samples with a blue called as trypan blue. Trypan blue, 0.4% of trypan blue, it just stains only the dead cells. That is, it enters the dye enters only the dead cells. In that way, it will be easy for us to count the cells. We will be doing this protocol, and by manually we can do it with the help of a microscope and then normal hemocytometer or your newborn chamber. And we have different formulations. Now we have different formulations to find the percentage of viability. So once you do a protocol, you find that the viability of cells is less than 90%. So injecting a dead cells inside for regenerative protocol is not going to help. So always it has to be above 98% for your regenerative medicine protocols. So that is how things work. So you can just have a view of the counter screen on the right. So it is an hemocytometer only, but a discardable one. So we can just load the sample, keep it inside the counter. Once the counting is over, we can discard this. That's all. Can you just see the size of the tissue now? It is still more loosened. So it is getting the periphery cells present at it. Okay. So if the patient is not willing for a bone marrow protocol, you can just initiate the GCF protocol and then go for the peripheral blood mononuclear isolation. So in the meantime, we'll be playing you in video. Can that laptop please?
வீடியோ மட்டும் தனியா ஓபன் பண்ணிடுங்க.
Screen share
So what is being projected is the basic reading methodology of